everybody, welcome back to ChristiChristie. We hope that you are enjoying our videos, and we're so thankful for you continuing this journey with us each week. And today we have a special message. We are going to discuss 4 things you should know about someone who has experienced child loss in their lives.
Yes, and so these are things that I have, learned just in my journey, and just, wanted to share with you all. And if you are someone who has experienced child loss, this is something that you may learn as well. Or if you are a family member of somebody who has, or a friend of someone who has experienced child loss, this is, just something to keep in mind. And so the first thing is that the grief never goes away. Never. And so no matter how beautiful your life is, or you looking in and seeing how your family member seems to be doing, the grief never goes away. It just evolves. And so they may have a period of extreme darkness, like I did, just extreme darkness and depression, and seems like life doesn't go on for them, but then they get to a point where it seems as if they're okay, they're coping, or that they're happy or joyous or whatever. But the grief truly never goes away, and there are still triggers. Like for me, even on Mother's Day, I think about my babies, and just like little things that reminded me of my babies. They bring back kind of that sense of grief and like extreme loss.
And I think that that's something important for people who have not experienced it, like myself, to understand and know that we should be sensitive to those things and not really look at it as like, girl, you still worried about that? You still concerned about that? Because you're right, there are different levels to grieving, and it just kind of takes a metamorphosis and takes a different form, but it still lingers and it's still there. And so it's important for me to watch what I say, and not necessarily walking on eggshells, but just to be sensitive and caring, and understand that this may still be a soft spot for this person. And so maybe I shouldn't discuss this, or maybe I shouldn't share this article, or maybe this meme is not going to be as funny to them, because I do think we share things kind of haphazardly, not knowing that someone may be going through something or may have gone through something, and this is a trigger for them. So keep that in mind.
Exactly. And so just along those same lines, because that person may have experienced immeasurable grief, they can also experience unspeakable joy. And for me, I feel as if some of the things that I probably would have trivialized in the past, they're, just so important to me, like just, spending time with my family and stuff. I've always been about quality time. Anyways, that's one of my love languages. But anyways, I've always been about quality time, but now it's just like, I appreciate my family, my friends so much more, especially those who were with me along this journey, and were truly there in my support system. And so I have like just this, I guess, new zeal for life, and just life in general, whether it is the life of an animal, or or just the lives of my friends. And so that's also to encourage you, because you may be in a place right now where you feel as if the grief is just so overwhelming and everything, that's all you'll know for the rest of your life. No, that's not the end. Once you are able to get allow your grief to evolve, you will be able to experience, this unspeakable joy, things that you may have taken for granted before. Those things will all of a sudden mean so much to you.
So would you say that it's fair to say that, you shouldn't feel guilty when you feel those moments of joy? I feel like some people may see experiencing joy and embracing joy as a betrayal to the children they've lost. Like, would you say?
Exactly. And so no, I would say absolutely not. It's it's not a betrayal or anything. Like, the memory of your child lives on, and actually that's the third thing. The love never ever goes away. So allow yourself to feel those moments of joy, because the memory of your child will not be betrayed, and it will actually be even more just better when you are living your life and enjoying your life, and also just, knowing that the love for your child will never ever fade. Like, you'll always think about your child, and know that, they were once a part of you, and, just the love for them is, something that you can't even describe. As much as I do mourn and grieve for my two, like the love just is beyond anything else that I can, really even explain. And so that's something that, you should know, that the love never ever fades.
It can become something beautiful.
Yes.
Out of your grief can emerge something beautiful and wonderful in a way that you didn't imagine it to happen. And that's something that you can share with other people, in the community.
Exactly. Yes. And speaking of community, you're on it. Speaking of community, there is a community. Of course, this is not a community you asked to be a part of, or ever thought that you would be a part of, but there is a community of people that there is an unbreakable bond, that we share, that once you have lost a child, it's just one of those things that you just get each other and stuff. And so the community is, very tight knit. A lot of times we're very quiet about it, but, since we've been recording these videos, people have reached out to me and, told me how much it's encouraged them and, allowed them to embrace, what it is that, their circumstances, and getting beyond that, even quicker, because they know that they're not alone in this journey. And so, there is a community out there. And so, we're willing to be your community. If you feel like you don't have the community, we are, part of your community. And, we stick together, and we, like I said, it's an unbreakable bond.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be people necessarily who've experienced the loss that you've experienced, but people know loss and people know grief. And if you have a support system and a community around you that you can kind of lean on, and they can rally behind you and lift you up on days that you're low, because they understand the lows, and can dance with you in the rain on the days that you're feeling high, because they understand highs. That's what community is about. Someone who can kind of walk alongside you through all the experiences, through the ups and downs, and know that you're not losing any part of yourself, and that you aren't any less than, for experiencing any of the variations of emotions that happen to someone who experienced loss. So we hope that these 4 things to know has enlightened you and opened your eyes to, what someone may be going through, and in their mind and in their hearts, and to allow you to be more compassionate and more understanding, because education is the best way to relate to someone else.
And so we thank you again, as always, for joining us on this journey. And, for those who have experienced child loss, just know that it does get better.
Yes.
It does absolutely get better. And so we will see you next time.
Bye.